In a peaceful American neighborhood, dogs started dying. Not from illness, not from old age, but from cold, calculated poison. Behind the white fences and waving flags, a neighbor had a deadly secret. This is the true story of trust betrayed, a town shaken, and the hunt for the puppy poisoner of Cedar Creek. In most American neighborhoods, pets are more than animals. They're family. They sleep in our beds, ride in our trucks, and wait patiently at the door for us to come home. But what happens when someone in your neighborhood doesn't see them that way? This is the chilling true story of a quiet Oregon suburb, a string of mysterious pet deaths, and the terrifying truth that the danger was living right next door. This is the case of the puppy poisoner of Cedar Creek, Oregon. Population just under 7,000. A postcard town with tree-lined streets, American flags on porches, and golden retrievers in nearly every backyard. The kind of place where people left their doors unlocked, kids rode bikes until dark, and every Saturday meant soccer games and church bake sales. Until it all changed. In July 2021, local vet clinics noticed something strange. Multiple dogs, healthy, active, well cared for, were brought in with severe symptoms: vomiting, shaking, and, in some cases, sudden collapse. At first, the vets thought it could be heat stroke or a batch of bad dog food, but then a terrifying pattern emerged. All the dogs lived within the same 5-block radius. All had the same symptoms, and all died within hours. By the time the 6th dog died, panic spread through Cedar Creek like wildfire. Local news stations picked up the story. Headlines read, "Dog deaths in suburb spark poisoning fears." Residents started walking their dogs only during the day. Fences were reinforced. Dog parks went quiet. Then a tip came from the Reynolds family, whose German Shepherd, Bruno, had collapsed in their backyard. They found a strange piece of raw meat near the fence, something Bruno had never eaten before. It was sent to a lab. The results? It was laced with ethylene glycol, the sweet-tasting but deadly chemical found in antifreeze. This wasn't a random accident. It was intentional. Someone was targeting pets. With the lab confirmation, Cedar Creek police launched an investigation. They canvassed the area, asked residents for camera footage, and posted public warnings. Neighbors installed Ring doorbells and backyard security cams. Dog owners took turns walking patrols at night. Fear turned into suspicion. People started wondering, could it be someone I know? One night, a family security camera caught something. At exactly 2:12 a.m., a hooded figure walked past the yard, paused, and tossed a small object over the fence, then disappeared into the dark. Police zoomed in. It was a man in his late 50s, carrying a grocery bag. Within 2 days, they had a match. Gary Linton, age 58, lived just 3 blocks away, retired civil engineer, quiet, alone, kept to himself. Police brought Gary in for questioning. At first, he denied everything, but when confronted with the footage and the antifreeze found in his shed, he broke. His confession shocked even seasoned detectives. Gary had spent years growing bitter over the neighborhood's dogs. He claimed they barked too much, ruined his sleep, destroyed his garden. He said he just wanted peace, and that he never meant to kill so many, but the evidence told another story. He had planned it, bought the antifreeze, laced the meat, tossed it into yards under cover of darkness. The town of Cedar Creek showed up in force during Gary's trial. Victims' families testified about the pain of losing their beloved pets. One mother said, "Our dog wasn't just a dog, He was my child's best friend. And now he's gone because someone didn't like the sound of barking. Gary was sentenced to 12 years in state prison with a lifetime ban on owning animals. But the scars he left behind were deeper than any sentence could heal. Cedar Creek eventually healed, fences were repaired, new puppies arrived in new homes. But the lesson stuck. Even in the safest towns, behind the most ordinary doors, monsters can live among us. And sometimes, they don't go after people, they go after what we love. So next time your dog barks into the night, don't ignore it, because you never know. Who's listening? If this story shocked you, click like to spread awareness. Subscribe for more real crime stories from across America. And remember, protect your pets like you'd protect your family, because they are.